My name is Shirley McGrath, and I live in Walnut Creek, California. People often ask me what drew me to volunteer with Elders Stand for Fair Elections. For me, the moment came when I was watching television coverage of the primaries in Wisconsin and Georgia. I was horrified to learn that some people had to wait up to 4 and even more hours in the excessive heat and exposure to the virus. Other deterrents to voting were absentee ballots not arriving and voting machine failures. I vote in every election, and I have never in my voting life of 55 years ever had to wait in line to vote. Something was terribly wrong. So when the opportunity to work toward a fair election came up, I jumped at it. I volunteered to coordinate a team of writers, editors, and videographers. There are now 18 people on our team, made up of individuals from Massachusetts to California. And while we've never met face to face, we have become friends with our common goal of affecting the election process and access to voting.
I'm Katherine Scrablow from Sacramento, California. As a retired social worker, I've been an activist all my adult years. Being able to participate with the Elders for Safe Elections campaign allows my citizen participation to continue. I co-facilitate the writers, editors, and videographers team with Shirley. We meet weekly to develop a variety of written products for the campaign, focusing on ways to offer action-oriented responses from people like you. This work not only provides us the opportunity to contribute to fair and safe elections, but it also enriches us personally, and we have the opportunity to collectively share many satisfying and uplifting moments in this important endeavor.
Hi, I'm Mike Abkin, speaking to you from my home in Hillsborough, California, just south of San Francisco. I joined the Elders Stand for Fair Elections writing and editing team only a few weeks ago, and I have so far worked on drafting short overviews for each of the 6 state campaign teams based on their team profiles. These overviews are being placed on the website and the volunteer sign-up form. Free and fair elections and the people's rights to participate in them openly and safely are fundamental tenets of our democracy. And I'm dismayed, saddened, and deeply troubled by the extent to which these tenets are under attack. It is to ensure a future of peace and opportunity for my granddaughter Coco and for all our grandchildren that I am drawn to this work.
Hi, I'm Diane Pictialis, and I live in Brookline, Mass. I feel very proud to be part of this movement by elders to ensure that our election in November is fair and safe for all Americans. We've created several tools to help you be able to increase the impact of our work. First is a friends and family letter that I wrote and recently updated. And you can send this letter all across the country to relatives, to friends, to acquaintances. And you can ask them to send it along as well. You can customize this letter to make it feel more like your own, like it's in your own voice. And we even have a special template geared to younger people who you may want to send it to as well. The second tool is a letter to the editor that can be used to get out our important message. And what's that message? The message is every eligible voter must be able to vote in November safely and without facing barriers.
Hi, I'm Beth Goodman, and I live in Bozeman, Montana. And I joined the Elders Action Network as one way to stay involved with issues that matter to me, issues that will certainly impact our children and our grandchildren for years to come. Climate action and social justice legislation are both critical to our future and will be most effectively addressed by ensuring a fair and safe election. This is what matters to me most right now. During this time of pandemic, there are many of us who've been activists for decades, and yet we still want to be engaged. Fortunately, we now have many ways to connect and collaborate and make an impact via Zoom and social media. Our writers, editors, and videography team is one example of this powerfully co-creative effort, with each of us bringing various skills while developing lots of new ones. Most recently, I've collaborated with Meg Newhouse, writing newsletter articles about our town hall meetings. I've also engaged in several intergenerational dialogues, which have been quite compelling in our mutual learning, growth, and empowerment.
Hello, my name is Joffrey Baker from Montero, California. In my long life, I never really had the imagination to think that our time-honored election process would be under assault, but it is. Suddenly, I began to worry about what kind of country my 2 kids and 4 grandkids are destined to live in. So I've decided to do something, and that something has been to join Elders Stand for Fair Elections. Why this organization? Because it's a serious, hardworking group of people who've made the bandwidth to take this on and who have the creativity to come up with effective actions. Also, it should go without saying that fair elections should be a nonpartisan issue, and this is appropriately a nonpartisan group.
Hello, I'm Sherri Stark, and I'm a journalist from West Hollywood, California. I've been with EAN for a couple of months now. I'm really grateful to have found a group whose values and priorities I feel so in sync with to work with. I've been working on publicity. For instance, I did an article that Graham Magazine just picked up. Graham's a national publication for grandparents. And I've also done a series of video profiles that we have up on our YouTube page, and I've also posted on our Facebook page. I want to invite you to please go to those pages and comment and link to those posts, because the more you do so, the higher our search engines and the more people we reached with our message. I look at these projects as a way to inform the public about what we're doing to encourage new volunteers, but also it's a way for us to get to know each other better. Especially in these isolated times, it's really important to use all the tools we have to keep in touch.
I'm Meg Newhouse, and I live in Cambridge, Massachusetts. I joined the Elders Stand for Fair Election project and this content team because of my longstanding personal and professional interest in the health of our democracy. I never expected that its fate would be hanging in the balance in my lifetime. But I believe that the outcome of our election next month will likely determine whether we can rebuild and improve our democracy or whether it crumbles. I cannot bear the thought of bequeathing a collapse of all I stand for to my grandchildren. I must add that it's been inspiring to work with such talented and dedicated elders. One last thought. It's clear that our mission doesn't end with this election, and I'm excited that we will continue in a larger long-term project to reform the electoral system and the civic culture so that everyone's vote will count equally. This is a daunting systemic undertaking involving electoral college reform, elimination of gerrymandering, reducing the undue influence of wealthy individuals and large corporations, and more. I look forward to continuing this work. I hope in collaboration with other groups, especially young people. Just the thought feeds my energy and hope. Thanks for joining today. It's great to be with you.
Find out more ways you can help by going to eldersaction.org/fair-elections. You can also access our friends and family letter from that site, as well as our letter to the editor template. Visit our Facebook page by going to Facebook and searching Elders Action Network, and visit our YouTube channel by searching Elders Action Network on their site.